Hey you guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's been an awesome 1 month here in Atlanta and I'm about to give you guys a quick little update. Stay tuned. So we are back. Just want y'all to know I got my little money moves journal. So if y'all see me looking down and stuff, it's because I'm trying to look at my notes, okay? So officially it's been about a month and some change, maybe even a little more. It's not 2 months though, that I've been here in Atlanta, and it's been okay. First things first, how do I feel? I actually feel good about my decision to come here. I actually wanted to come since last year, but things just were not working in my favor. And then now this time the opportunity came and it worked out so smoothly and so perfectly. Like I know it was like God designed, okay? Like everything, even from where I'm staying now, which I'll talk about later, but it's just, I feel really good. And then the fact that I just turned 30, I don't know, I feel like I'm really doing adulthood. So, going to college, I I moved away. Like, so I left Miami, went to Tampa, and that was my first time leaving home. I was 17 years old, and then I didn't come back until I was about like 26. And being away during that time, I felt like I was grown, but I really wasn't grown because I still had to call my parents for money. I still need money for rent, for gas, phone bills, food. Like, so I still needed that type of support. And so now I feel like I'm going away, but this time like as an adult. So I call my parents just to see how they're doing. Not like, hey, can you come check? So it's been really good. And I feel great. Like I really feel great. I don't, I don't feel lonely. I don't feel sad or depressed. I feel like I'm in a really good space mentally, physically. I still go to the gym. Oh, look at the cuts. Coke, but don't mind me. I still go to the gym. So I feel good physically, mentally. Since I'm alone a lot, I make a lot of time for myself to really just like relax, do self-care. So that's been really good. Next question, what have I been doing? So I moved here a week before I started working. I work in education. So that whole first week was just me getting situated and acclimated. I had to wait for my car to get shipped here. I was just trying to like process and breathe. I actually had a hard time sleeping for some reason. I don't know if it's because I felt comfortable in where I was staying. I felt uncomfortable in a new state, whatever the case is, but I definitely was like having a hard time sleep. I'm sleeping better now, so that's good. And I haven't gone out much. So after that first week, I just went straight into work mode. So for those that don't know, I'm a teacher full time. So after that first week of nothingness, I had two weeks to prepare for virtual school, and then we started virtual school. So I'm big on, I work, Monday to Friday, and then I kind of relax on Saturday, Sunday. So I haven't really been doing much, but just relaxing because, believe it or not, doing virtual school is actually a lot more work that you have to do outside of school hours so that during school hours things can operate. So literally, if I have to be honest with you, school I work at, our hours, the student hours are like 8:45 to 2:40, right? But I'm up at 6. And sometimes I try to go to the gym. A lot of times I can't, but I'm up at 6. And that's usually the time that I'm fine tuning my presentation to record it, to do my instructional video that I'm gonna give to the class when class starts. So I'm up from 6 to 8 is when I'm kind of like doing that fine tuning. And then, 8 o'clock, I'm like on the clock for work. And then after work, so between like 3 up until midnight, I'm learning the material. I am creating a plan, a presentation, and then I'm trying to make sure that I do the presentation in a way where I adequately understand it to teach it. Because like you can understand something, but you don't really know how to teach other people what you know. So that's been my biggest hurdle, and I've been working on that. So work has taken over, but I know it's not going to be for long. Is because I'm getting acclimated to a new state. I haven't taught for over a year. This is my 5th year teaching, so I'm trying to get my own little groove. And then this is the second time that I'm teaching this subject, so like now I'm really having to learn it in order to teach it, and it's been an interesting experience thus far. However, I have tried different food places. I went to Viva La Vegan, Pure Taqueria. I tried this 656 Sports Bar, Oz Pizza, which is not the best pizza. If you know me, I love pizza. Not the best pizza. Oh, I went to the milkshake bar, which was really good. A bit intense. I'm really overwhelmed, but it was pretty dope. Oh, that burger spot, which I got food poisoning the first week. Oh, I have to tell y'all the story. So, I got here on like a Sunday night at like 11 p.m. or whatever, right? So my car, it was supposed to ship and I was supposed to get it the next day, but unfortunately I didn't. So I had to Uber Eats. And then I Uber Eats from this place called the Burger Spot, or that Burger Spot, whatever. And they sell, I'm vegetarian, so they sell like they had like the Philly cheesesteak, but with like the impossible meat. And I'm like, okay, well let's do a little something. Okay, let's do a little something. Yeah. The food came, I'm eating it, and then like it's like a 6 inch, and like half of it, I'm like, this really tastes like meat. Like I started feeling uncomfortable, and that's one reason I don't really play around with the vegetarian stuff, because I I don't like those alternatives too much, because it looked too much like meat, and sometimes it is meat, and I don't want that. So I so I was eating it, I was uncomfortable, and then that night I had a hard time sleeping. And then the next morning I woke up with like cramps, but I'm not tying it to the food. I'm like, oh dang, maybe my cycle's about to come soon. Yeah. Y'all will not believe me when I tell y'all that it was the food, and there was some type of bacteria in there. I caught a virus, and it literally took about 2.5 weeks to flush my system. Like me taking laxatives, me drinking teas, loading up water, soup. Like it was ridiculous. Okay, that was day 2. Like I was like, this cannot be happening to me. But it was cool at the end of the day. But that was like my first week, and it was like, well, welcome to Atlanta. So one thing I really wanted to talk about was where I stay and what I'm looking for as far as like housing and stuff like that. So when I got here, well, before I got here, I knew that Atlanta was being gentrified. So I knew that a lot of places look really nice online, and then you get there in person and you're in like, so I was like, only hood I'm gonna stay in is in Miami, and I don't want to stay in the hood in Miami. We already grew up in there. We left. We ain't going back. That's just what it is. So what I like going into the hood in another area, and so I told myself, and I'm very picky. I have like these little requirements of, I want a place where it's in a gated community. There's actually someone there doing security. There's cameras and surveillance outside. Valet trash, because I'm just big on this. I don't want to take trash out. It needs to be spacious room, spacious walk-in closet, nice setup, and the list like goes on. Okay, it goes on and on and on. And so and I don't really like to move. Like, so when I was in undergrad, I moved like, I was there from 2008 to 2016, and I think I moved like every year, and I freaking hated it. Like, I don't like moving at all. And so I really just was like, I want to really like this place in its nothingness, so that when I put stuff in it and make it a home, I'm not gonna want to leave. And so that's why I'm being very nitpicky. So I came up with this brilliant idea, like, hey, Lo, why not stay in an Airbnb? So the perks of staying in Airbnb is you just pay one flat rate and everything is included. So I don't have to pay an additional fee for cable, internet, water, electricity, whatever, and it's furnished. So I didn't have to worry about buying any of that stuff. And it's gonna give me the opportunity to kind of like explore the cities, explore neighborhoods, and see like, oh, I can stay here. Oh, I can stay here. Oh, I don't really like that. And so, I can really make a sound, rational decision. So, with that being said, I'm actually currently in an Airbnb. And so this Airbnb is the person has a home, he has a house. It's a 3-bedroom house with a basement. And so he stays in the basement and then he rents out the upper rooms on Airbnb. And so we actually just came up with an agreement because I was apartment shopping, you guys. I'll post some videos. And these apartments are like 1,200, 1,100, 1,300. And it's really not bad. But for what I'm making full time, not with my side hustles and stuff, but what I'm making full time, like a whole 2 weeks paycheck goes to just the rent alone. And then I have like maybe a couple hundred left for like the other expenses. And when I say other expenses, I'm talking about other expenses that deal with your home. So like your cable, internet, all that stuff. Then I have another paycheck that's gonna go to my car, to my insurance, to my gas, to my debt, to my student loans, credit cards. And so I don't really have funds. I don't like that. And I don't wanna be tight, I don't wanna be pressed. So me and my Airbnb dude, we talk and we've built like a friendship. And so he allowed me to switch rooms. So initially I wasn't in this room, I was in a different room. The room from if y'all look at my moving video, you'll see the room it was very small. That one didn't have a bathroom. You only can like blink and you see the whole room. Here, this is the master bedroom. And so he was like, you can have the master bedroom, you can have your own bathroom, and then we won't do it through Airbnb. I'll give you a flat rate. And I pay $800 now for the month, and it includes everything. And then because he goes in and out of town a lot, he actually gonna break me off for looking out with the Airbnb stuff because he trusts me. And this is why I say, y'all, when y'all go to new cities, y'all need to not be in your little bubble. You need to meet people, you need to build relationships, because you never know who that person is. This guy is a financial advisor. He just is finishing up his MBA. And so I can gain a lot of tips and glean from him. So why would I like brush him off? And so now that worked to my benefit. And this is another reason why I feel like it didn't work out last year with me coming, because all this happened so smoothly. When I tell y'all, every day I be in my little journal just trying to calculate. So if I get paid this much and rent is this much and then I split this bill, I just be trying to figure out like how to make the numbers work. And I don't want to be penny pinching. And so, if you think about it, if I get in a place that's like 1,300, then you include all the other expenses that come with that. I'm paying about 15, and like this 800 is like half of that. And so I get to save more. And I do plan on eventually purchasing property here, investments and stuff like that. And I need money to do it. Okay. So I definitely recommend people to consider the Airbnb route if they're, apartment hunting, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to sign a lease into a apartment, move in, you don't like the neighborhood, you don't like the apartment for real. And then you're kind of stuck in this lease, and then you break the lease and you either pay that fee or it ends up on your credit and now you're in collections, and we don't really want that smoke. So likes and dislikes. One thing I really like about Atlanta is the Southern hospitality, and I knew about this before I moved here because I visit often, but people are really hospitable here. And if you're from Miami, if you're from Florida, but specifically Miami, okay, y'all already know we not friendly people. We're really not, and that's just what it is. We're mean mugging. We not really. We ain't trying to be a friend. We don't trust you. We won't believe you. You the enemy, and you might try to steal from me, rob me. And so we not really, we not really people. I'm sorry, that's just what it is. So when you come here and then like people are like, hey, how are you? Or hey sis, they be like, hey, what's good? Or like, hey, what do you do for a living? Like, these conversations, this hospitality, the holding the door open, it's like, oh my God. Miami, we need to take some lessons. So I really like that. Big dislike, big dislike, but we been knew this. The beach. Ain't no beach. I'm a beach girl. I'm a beach baby, beach shawty. I be up in the beach, naked, okay? So it ain't no beach. And everybody's like, oh, you can go to Savannah or you can go to such and such for man-made. And I'm like, do y'all know the difference between a beach and a lake? Like a beach and a lake. There's a difference. Don't tell me we going to the beach and it's a lake. I want to go to the beach. So that's like my biggest dislike so far. I've only been here for a month. I haven't really done much. So, you know, maybe when I do like a 3-month update, I can give y'all some more feedback on likes and dislikes. I feel like it wouldn't be right to give it like a adequate likes and dislike right now. So meeting people with Airbnb has Airbnb experience. And so this is not advertising for Airbnb, even though somebody should cut me a check. But Airbnb experience allows you to like meet new people. So I remember when I went to Portland, Oregon for my graduation in December, and I went there by myself, and I wanted to make sure that I took advantage of being in Portland for the first time. It wasn't a cheap ticket. It was like $500, I think. But I had to go walk across the stage to get that master's degree. So one of the things I did was Airbnb experience. And so I ended up paying, I don't even remember how much, but for like a tour of like different like hot spots in Portland. And then it was like, there's the tour guide, and then there was me, and then there's other girl who's there solo, and then there was this married couple. So it's 5 of us. And so I met all those people, and then I still talk to one of the girls to this day. And so I think, you know, doing things like that kind of gets you out of your bubble. And so I'd highly recommend it, whether you're moving here, whether you're moving anywhere. So that's that. Because of COVID, I really haven't gone out the house to drive anywhere. I work from home. So I really can't say anything about traffic. I haven't really experienced traffic. So maybe in 3-month update, 6-month update, I can kind of tell y'all what's up with the traffic, but I don't really see much going on right now. What am I looking forward to? I would say I'm looking forward to, you know, exploring the city more, you know, reconnecting with like my friends. So like a lot of my college peers stay here. I have a good little bit of family that stays here. So I just kind of want to reconnect with everyone. I want to officially get settled into my room. I don't have much furniture, as you can see. I just have my little office, okay? And that's pretty much it. Yeah, so I just want to get settled, meaning like get a dresser or something, not much, and then get like a wall mirror, and then I kind of like want to update my little daily goals and stuff, daily monthly goals that I want to reach, and yeah. So that's all that I have for my 1-month update in Atlanta. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please continue to show your support. Please continue to like, subscribe, comment, tell people about what I'm doing. You know, this is a little journey for me. I know that I get nervous on the camera, so I'm trying to do these things to, you know, step out of my comfort zone. And so I'm just happy that you guys are on the journey with me, and I will continue to try to post some bomb ass content. Please let me know what to post, what type of content to make. I don't know, yo no sé, dime. But yeah, so y'all have a phenomenal day, and thank y'all for tuning in to the Lola Show.